1, 2, 3, 4, let's go.
It's Heartbeat.
It's a fabulous show.
Alaska.
Hi, Heartbeat Alaska.
It's Heartbeat. Alaska.
Pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hear it from Sitka to Barrow. Gather around for Jeannie's show. It's the Aleut, the Indian, and the Eskimo. It's the Aleut, the Indian, and the Eskimo.
Welcome one, welcome all.
Hello everyone and welcome to Heartbeat Alaska Native News and Information. I'm Jeannie Green. It's summertime and this is a fun time of year. So this is a fun show, an important show as well. We begin by sharing a Native-owned business with you. It's not your typical Native-owned business. It's a pizza parlor. So fun. Simeon's Kitchen coming up on today's show. And also, we re-air the home fire drill. Please, literally, take notes. This could save lives in your family. Also, we end the show with some good summertime fun and music videos. It's a great show. I'll be back with pizza, Yupik style, right after this.
Flying in Alaska? Fly Frontier, the official airline of Heartbeat Alaska. Frontier is expanding again. They've added new routes to Nome, Kotzebue, and the surrounding villages. As you can see, Frontier is now really covering Alaska. So the next time you fly, try Frontier. Frontier offers quick, convenient check-in, low fares, and service direct to many of the villages. Frontier Flying Service is the official airline of Heartbeat Alaska. Make it your official airline too.
Which way is the runway heading to 02 and 20? So which one you landed on? 02, other way around. Okay. And what side traffic can you make? Left hand. You want to try to touch down at the beginning portion of the runway. Yeah. Uisok traffic Cessna 76 November is on base for runway 202 Uisok.
Mokai, the versatile, durable, environmentally friendly, and fuel-efficient watercraft that's fun and easy to own. The strong polyethylene hull withstands scratches and impacts from river rocks. The jet pump requires only 4 inches, allowing for shallow water access, and the 3-gallon tank provides 8 to 10 hours of use. The engine and jet pump can be removed without tools in under a minute, making transport, storage, an easy task. Mokai, accept no boundaries.
Heartbeat Alaska is made possible by Kupik Carlisle Transportation, your full-service transportation and logistics company.
Heartbeat Alaska is also brought to you by Frontier Flying Service. Thank you, Frontier, for getting Heartbeat Alaska airborne.
A special thank you to Scan Home and Scan Office Furnishings. And thank you, Alaska Commercial Company, for your support.
From the Yukon Delta to DeBar Road, the Agathluk family brings you pizza, fabulous, fabulous pizza from Yupik's. How fun is that? Let's visit with this Native-owned business centered right here in Anchorage.
You guys want a pizza? Yeah! You guys want a pepperoni pizza or a cheese pizza?
Cheese!
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cheese.
You guys like Phillies? Yeah.
Hello, Simeon's Kitchen. May I take your order?
Where native traditions and modern cash economies encounter each other, bread dough sometimes rises.
Okay, what we're going to do now is butter the crust.
The Agathluk family from Imanik has been close-knit for eons, cooperating in fishing, hunting, and pastime, history and future melding together to form a copacetic present.
Medium pepperoni, 1 Mexican Philly, and 2 original Phillies, no onions. Okay, yeah.
We go out seal hunting, whale hunting, and also bear picking. We'd all go as a family.
Like when we were out in fish camp, I assigned somebody they had the fish open the stomach, clean out the inside.
Oh, we'd make a open fire and we'd cook off. We put fish on sticks and cook them over the fire, or we put birds on the sticks and cook them over the fire. We call them manyakin.
Subsistence, so close to the heart of this family and so many others in Alaska, centers around food. The thing that brings nourishment, flavor, and a shared experience to people.
And we want 20 of them now. 20 of them is $14.99, so there's 4, 8, 9.
And food is now providing a living for the family as well.
Nicholas, can I get some 2 more thin breads?
The clan is sojourning into the realm of restaurant management, led by Simeon, the culinary wizard of the family.
Mushrooms, onions.
He teaches my boys how to cook.
Jalapenos, that's basically a Mexican.
Yeah, my son was only 5 at the time, and I woke up one morning to my son having a full flame, trying to cook like ungabuxi.
Oh my.
They call them ungabuxi.
And I'm gonna add some cayenne pepper. Yeah, a little bit of cayenne.
Through the years, Simeon used his upbringing to grow, always pushing forward. After trying his hand at DJing and other endeavors, he found his way into the food preparation industry.
Sometimes it's just the choice you make. You never know what kind of choice you're going to make till you get there. You know, then you come up to a crossroad and you say, oh, I need to do something now. And this is just one of the things that came easy to me.
Simeon always had a knack for getting the job done and brought that strength of will to his new business.
House fillet, extra meat, no onions, 2 of those.
Without the support of his family, friends, and colleagues, though, his venture wouldn't have gone far.
This business here is, you know, everybody in our family comes in and does a little bit. Me and Nicholas over there is over there, the guy with the chef's jacket. We're here all the time, every day. The rest of the family, they come in and help when they can.
20-piece buffalo wings.
From his cousin Teresa, taking customers' orders, to Nicholas, another cousin, giving a hand in the kitchen, everybody pitches in to help in their own way.
You know, leave them in there until the cheese melts.
My cousin Nicholas, we call him Demos. Either he does the deliver, I drive, but he'll bring up the food, or my cousin Teresa.
Yeah, you know, they say that, you know, people, you know, in the small communities, they have to kind of work together to survive, and I think it's just the same here in Anchorage. You know, people and families, you know, come together and do everything they can together to make our lives a lot easier when we're working together.
Bye. Call me later. All right.
Yeah, you know, I think that's how it is. It doesn't matter where you are, in the city or in the village. The more family you have around, the more comfortable you are.
Well, I feel happy for him. He's been going his own way, do his own thing, and he's getting accomplishing a lot.
Yeah.
You call yourself a go-getter?
Yeah, a lot of people say I am, but you know, I just do the best I can at whatever I can. Okay, yeah.
And so the pizza dough rolls on, slides into the oven for another customer.
14-inch box.
And the counter is cleaned in preparation for another day. Simeon and his family have a lot of work to do.
You guys enjoy, okay?
Thank you.
And many mouths to feed. From the banks of the Yukon River Delta, Simeon and his family share the manyak, share the picnic, this time with pizza and subs. Join the picnic, Yupik style. Wasn't that fun? Make sure you give Simeon's Kitchen a call. I'm telling you, you're going to love their wonderful pizza and their subs. And they're introducing a new pizza called Heartbeat Alaska that features, what else? Reindeer sausage. Simeon's Kitchen, a good sponsor of Heartbeat Alaska. Let's travel now to Southeast Alaska. This time of year, so important, pay attention. Home fire drills. Take notes on this one. It may save your life or someone in your family.
I was inside the house and I thought I'd smelt some smoke, but I thought it was maybe a firewood or something, and I went to the back window and it was just all orange. I came out of the house and went over to the window over here.
He ran over the only entrance to the home is in this corner here.
That was all, half of the whole place was on fire.
And Paul ran over and knocked the window out on this side to wake up the people.
My sister woke me up and said, "Roy, the house is on fire." And I immediately got up. If the fire was coming from, it seemed like outside into that corner.
There's an oil drip stove with a carburetor on it. This is where the fire started.
Coming towards the door at us. When we could, I looked out, I was the first one to the door, and I couldn't get out the door because there was already flames coming at us, and it was covering the door. So I told him, come out the window.
Before we grabbed the garden hose, the people next door here had jumped out the window.
And they both got out, and I don't know what was going on. I was trying to get out, and it just happened so fast. It seemed like a few minutes, the whole place is all gone.
Just completely gutted everything. The 3 people that were in there were saved by Paul, who lives in this house next to it here. And if it wasn't for him, I think those 3 people would have perished in the fire.
Sadly, around 20 Alaskans do die each year in house fires. The vast majority of these deaths are in small communities like Yakutat. This is Dave Beattie. He lives here in Yakutat, Alaska with his 3 kids.
This one's the black seaweed. This is Reuben seaweed. I think we eat it.
As you can see, Dave loves to teach his kids all about the subsistence foods around Yakutat. He works hard to be a good father. But a few years ago, Dave realized he'd forgotten to teach them something very important.
The way I looked at it back then is that, you know, nobody from the fire department's going to come to my house and teach my kids how to properly evacuate the home in case of a fire. Nobody from the city or borough government. That's my responsibility as a parent. And so in order to make sure that I can protect my kids, I worked to ensure that they know how to get out of the house.
So, Dave decided to do something about it.
I'll take a smoke detector and I'll set off the smoke detector when they're unaware of it. And then they automatically know that they have to go through either a drill or something's happening, so I can keep it as realistic as possible. And so as soon as I do that, they know to get off their bed, to crawl to the door.
I crawled to the door, felt it.
Cold door.
Cold, and I opened the door and there was no smoke, and I went out the front door.
After this drill, Dave tries another scenario.
We climbed out of bed and went to the door and put our backside of our hand on the door to see if it was cold or not.
Cold door.
And then if it it is cold, and you can check.
Smoke?
And then if there's smoke, then you have to close the door quickly and climb out of the window.
It's easy to see that Dave's kids have practiced. They know when the alarm sounds to crawl to the door and feel it with the back of their hand. A cold door and no smoke means they should go out the front door. A hot door or smoke tells them to head out the window.
The scariest part is people don't think it can happen to them.
Jodie Hettrick works for the Alaska State Fire Marshal's office. Her office investigates fire deaths all across the state.
And we've seen it happen so many times around the state where people probably did have the time to get out, but they got lost in their own house because of the smoke and the confusion, or they were scared and weren't sure exactly when to leave, or when it came time to leave, they didn't know the best way to get out.
Both Jodie and Dave know how easily these deaths could be prevented.
First, make sure your smoke alarms work so that you're alerted if there is a fire. Second, walk through your house, check for obstacles, and sit down with your whole family, draw a floor plan of the house, and figure out what are the best ways out. You need to identify 2 exits out of every room, and once you've done that, then have a practice walk-through fire drill to where you pretend the smoke alarm goes off and have everybody be in the rooms they normally spend the most time in and have them walk through the fire drill to see if they can get out.
When Dave and his kids walked through their fire drill, they found a problem. The boys couldn't safely get out the bedroom window.
They have a little step that was placed up there just for that. Once the boys go out, they know in an order that the oldest goes out first and waits on the step and helps his younger brother out. And then their job is to go around the corner and help their sister out her window. As children are smaller, you got to learn to place furniture in the bedroom so that the child will be able to climb up, so they do have access to the window latches and to open the window knobs. I've seen nightstands and dressers placed in front of the knobs in the windows, and I've spoken to a few of the parents and told them that you're blocking your exit.
Once the kids are out, they go to their safe meeting place, the telephone pole by their neighbors. There they can make sure everyone is out, and if someone is missing, they can tell the firefighters exactly which room to search.
That our mom's in there, and he's at the back door at the last living room in the back room.
So let's review. First, check your smoke detectors. Second, find 2 exits for every room. Third, practice your plan twice a year to find any hidden problems. And when the smoke detector goes off, do like Dave's kids. Crawl to the door and feel it with the back of your hand. If it's cold and there is no smoke, then go out. If the door is hot or there is smoke, close the door quickly and use the second exit. Once at your meeting place, choose one person to call the local emergency number and never go back into the fire. Just one breath of smoke from a house fire can kill.
Well, hydrogen cyanide gas is given off as in the smoke when furnishings inside a house burn. Another gas is carbon monoxide, which you hear about killing people quite often. And it also can affect how you think. So if you're affected by carbon monoxide because you try to go through that smoke, you can get lost and disoriented in your own house and not be able to find the way out.
Within hours of the fire in Yakutat, the community was already pulling together to help the 2 families any way they could. That's just what Alaskans do. Even as he watched the smoldering remains of the fire, Roy Shodda knew what was really important.
Lost everything. The starlights that came out of it.
I was back there about the end of that car.
Thank you so much, State of Alaska, for sharing this video with my viewers of Heartbeat Alaska. Well, it's sunny out. Let's party. Here's some music videos.
C'est du monde à niaise, hein? Un petit peu
joining me for Heartbeat Alaska. Get outside, enjoy the sun. God bless every one of you. We'll see you again next week.
Hello, Gina. Here's your pizza.
Oh, fabulous. Come on over here.
Okay.
This is my pizza, Simeon. Put it right down here.
This is your reindeer pizza. It's in production, so.
So this is my Heartbeat Alaska, right? Is it called the Heartbeat Alaska pizza?
Yeah.
What's in it?
It's got reindeer sausage, green peppers, onions, and mushrooms, cheese.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna sell out, I promise you.
Okay.
Simeon's Kitchen. Don't forget,